yeah, now, my people, it's your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are back on the Nigerian Arsenal show. We are here, Tunnel TV settings. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. We are here with my illustrious panel of Arsenal brothers. First of all, alongside me, Mr. Go Bo, Go Bo, Go Bo. Man like Kanebi in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm fresh, my G. I'm good. I'm all right. I just had a little power outage, which I'm going to fix now. But what's up?
A Niger way. It's all good. It's all good. We're good, bro. 3 points. Louis in the building again. How you doing, Louis? Louis Arsenal, I call you now. Louis Arsenal. We have to add that to you.
Yeah. You have to add the Arsenal. So we're good. I'm good. Happy to be here. Happy we got 3 points yesterday. Happy United lost. Because I had to put that in there. Yeah, happy
Bro,
days.
It's always sweet to have a weekend where we collect our own 3 points and the enemy lose all the points. But obviously he couldn't even resist, man. I even called him minutes before the show. He couldn't resist. But being true to Aquos, last but not least, man like Aquos in the building, Mr. Football in Pigeon. How are you doing, my boy?
Bro, I agree to you. Big up to the Nigerian Englishman, and big up to Louis and Kanebi and everybody watching the show. Apologies for jumping on the show late, as usual.
It's all good. Look, we're all in good spirits. We've won again, 3 points, clean sheet away from home. Yeah. Another man of the match for me, performance for Declan Rice. I don't know about if you guys agree on that or not, but I was. Do you know what I was especially proud of on the weekend's game? Obviously, we got another clean sheet away from home. I was happy that the manager surprised me, like he's been doing all season. He's been surprising everybody. And now what he's done with that lineup again is confuse opposition managers. And that's what I like. Not like last season where every single opposition could know our first 11. They could name it with their eyes closed. But now we're in a situation where teams don't necessarily know how we're going to start. I'm not going to lie. I don't know about you guys. I believed he was going to start Kai Havertz. I wanted him to drop him. I wanted him to bench him for Vieira. I wanted that to happen. Don't get it twisted. But I thought he'll start him, bring his confidence up, all that one. To the Everton a low block team, his height and blah, 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 all that breeze that our fans were saying. But he didn't. Also, David Raya, I definitely didn't expect to see him starting in that game. And again, it also kicks Ramsdale up the backside, but also, again, shows the opposition teams that we have different options. And I'm excited about that. What did you guys make of yesterday's game? Ramble on for the whole stream. What did you guys make of yesterday's game?
Well, me personally, I thought it was very, very cautious, controlled, tactical. From start to finish, we were in control of the game. We were playing very safe. And I just thought that the way Arteta is, you can tell that the team likes to control games. Arteta is a control freak. So from what I can tell from the personality of the team, and from the start to finish, we controlled the game. We didn't make mistakes. Everybody was running. Everybody was fighting for each other. And to be honest, we haven't started the season firing in all cylinders, but we're undefeated. We have won, and we have only drawn once. I think people should be scared when we hit form. So I thought it was a very good performance from Arsenal yesterday.
And that's exciting. That's why I keep telling people. It's because we've not just won the league. That's why people don't give us the same grace as Manchester City, because let's be honest, they've not really been playing great football. They've been effective, they've been clinical in their chances, but they're not playing the best. But people will just give them the benefit of the doubt. They'll get back into it. Let's be honest, everyone in the Premier League knows that we have a style of play that clicks. And when we click, we perform at a better level than we've been performing. Let's not get it twisted. It's not like some of our rivals who don't get style of play yet. So when they're not playing well, it's not like the fans have seen what them playing well looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? But with us, we saw what we were capable of when things were clicking last season. So we can definitely make it happen. Louis, What did you make of yesterday's performance? I said it was a snatch and grab with a 1-0 win, but you seem to believe that we dominate. It was more than a snatch and grab. Break it
Yeah, we've
down.
not done a
Big up
snatch and
Jamzo in
grab
the
for
comments,
me.
bro.
We've not done a snatch and grab because we've not won there since 2017. And then from the start of the whistle, you could see there were no nerves. We controlled the game from start to finish. I think we were unlucky in the final third because we kept trying, but it wasn't just clicking in the final third. And that was because of the way Everton set up. For 90 minutes, they were just parking the bus. And it had to take a stroke of genius from that corner kick for us to get the goal. That shows that, we dominated the game, we're just unlucky. And I think that will come. We'll get better in front of goal as time goes on. Because, like you can see, we'll be chopping and changing up front. Started with Nketiah, tried to use Trossard now because Martinelli's out. So I think we need that balance. And I think from the
No,
PSV game,
it was nice to see our manager utilizing our squad and showing confidence in the squad, like that, actually rewarding the like Vieira for his positive performances off the bench. Like, it's
yeah,
nice to
but
see.
it was obvious he had to start Vieira. He was knocking on the door to start the game. He was knocking on the
Bro,
door to start the game.
I hear you saying it was obvious. It was not obvious, so because our manager can do unsurprising things. So for me, I don't know, but if Akpos agrees with you as well, Louis, I don't know. I was surprised to see Vieira, but also happy because I wanted him to start. Akpos, were you the same or?
well, me, I was not surprised now because Kai Havertz's performances in the last couple of games where he has started has not been convincing. We both agreed that he has not really. I don't think he has really handled his place to start at this football club yet because I think the manager wanted to give him a run of games at the start of the season to see what he could do, what he could add to the quality we already have got. But I think he has not hit the ground running, and other players like Louis said, he has been Fabio Vieira has been knocking on the manager's door, and in those substitute appearances he has made, he has showed that I want to start because when he comes on from the bench, he has impacted the game positively. He came on to the other game, he got a required assist in the game. So for me, Fabio Vieira starting in that game, I was not surprised. I was only surprised with maybe the choice of personnel because I was also thinking maybe, just maybe, we will see a midfield three of Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Jorginho. But he instead went for Fabio Vieira, which I think that was a good performance from Fabio Vieira. And also, I'm excited with the way he's playing this season because I think he's beginning to shut some of the persons that said he needed to bulk up, he needed to get into the gym, he needed to do all of those gym work. And they just think
It's the typical
football,
British mentality. You gotta be hard. Gotta be able to
exactly.
run.
You need to get some muscles in there and all. But we've seen it time over time that it's not every player that's going to come into this division that will bust this league that needs to be that powerhouse. We've seen some players who are very technical players, talented players come into the league and rip teams apart. And with what Vieira is playing, is showing right now, I'm excited for what it could potentially even give us going forward for the rest of the season. But it was also good to see the manager change it a little bit. And I saw a comment from Kunle talking about the goalkeeper situation. I would like you to pull that up where he said, no, not that one, the other one.
Not
I
that
just
one?
think, I just think the rubbish. This one. And I want to disagree with Kunle there because when Mikel Arteta was talking about that in the press conference, he did not specifically named Ramsdale as that goalkeeper I wanted to sub out. But we could remember he had two good goalkeepers at his disposal when he had Leno and Ramsdale. So we don't really know which goalkeepers he was talking about. But I think for me personally, I'm excited that we have competition for places all across the team. We don't need
100%.
anybody to feel like my shirt is secured for me even before game day. If you are not giving your 100% in the training sessions where all of the coaching crew have got their eyes and their microscope on you, if you drop your performance, you don't deserve to start on the match day. So for me, I'm 100% for it for anybody who is doing all the things the manager wants them to do right to start for me at the end of the day. That's what you expect at an elite football club. There will be competition for places. The better man should start that day, and the player who the coach thinks could carry out the game plan he has with respect to the opposition is facing.
100%, and it's like when it's Arsenal, we're not allowed to have competition for places. We
No,
can't
no,
buy
no.
players that
We
can be
cannot
on the
get two
bench.
quality
Apparently,
players in one position.
it's crazy. But when City do it, it's genius. That's why they're City.
Hmm.
If we want to compete with this juggernaut, we have to start moving like them. They've given us the blueprint, so we have to at least try do our own. Obviously, we don't have our own money, but we have to do our own. Do you get me? Smash the like button, my people, my people. Give it big up, Chris Honey. Locked in from Kenya. He says, I'm a big fan from Kenya. I'm always looking forward for your compilations. Also, I have nothing wrong with Raya starting. I felt that he would change Ramba after a few stumbling plays. He has been on so lately. Excuse me. My dyslexia sometimes plays a part in this reading stuff. But yeah, definitely. I thought he'd wait for Ramsdale to have a specifically bad performance before Raya came in, but this is even better because last time Ramsdale had to fight for his place, we saw the best of Ramsdale, and I believe we're going to see the best of Ramsdale again. And I don't know about you guys, I also believe Ramsdale starts the Champions League game, which we're going to go into later on in the show. I believe he starts that game, and it's a good little competition we have for places everywhere. Again,
So
another guy that
against Tottenham then.
I think Ramsdale will, personally.
I don't think Ramsdale will start against Tottenham.
We'll see. We're not there yet. We'll come back and do the preview for that show for sure.
For the way Arteta wants to play, what I saw from Raya yesterday, Ramsdale should be very worried because
for sure
Ramsdale plays like a Raya plays like a midfielder. The guy he can control the ball. He passes it well. He found his man every time he kicked out the ball yesterday.
Fact.
No,
Fact. And all kinds of passes, all kinds of passes.
What Arteta wants to play, Arteta likes this philosophy of total football from front to back. Ramsdale is in trouble. Anyways, but like you said, it's very good. It's very good for competition.
Nah, 100%. I believe Ramsdale is in trouble, but if he has a good performance in the Champions League game midweek, I don't see Arteta dropping him from the North London derby.
But
either way, I don't mind. I'm in a position where I literally do not care which keeper starts. I'll be honest with you. And I loved what Raya did, but I can't ignore what Ramsdale has done over the last year or so, man, just because of one game. Raya didn't even have a save. He didn't have a save to make.
He didn't have a save, but you could see the way he was commanding his area. There was so much calmness. And the way he passes the ball, from the stats last season, he only had one error, while Ramsdale had 6. And then in terms of saves percentage, he had more. I think Ramsdale had about 66%. He had over 75%. So if we're looking at
Louis, do you know where you are? I know you are that kid that whenever you got a new toy, you abandon your old one. Say, I got this new shiny one.
No.
And then play with this one.
No,
look,
we're trying to get the best players.
I understand, but we've seen Raya play one game, bro. I'm not saying he wasn't good in that one game, but he did it. And yes, I loved. He doesn't even look like he's a type of keeper that has a mistake in him. He just looks so calm on the ball. Let me not lie, I loved it. Commanding in the air. But again, we didn't see him have to deal with anything on the attacking end. So hold on. Let me land. Hold on. So for me to just abandon Ramsdale after one game, it would be unfair. I still think he deserves his chance a little bit more for us before we start switching and saying Raya should take over. That's what I mean.
Nobody's abandoning him, but he has had his chance this season too, if you think about it. And we have not kept a clean sheet except for Crystal Palace. Now, how lucky is Raya to win at Everton for the first time? We have won there in like 10 games, clean sheets, commanding performance. Bro,
you don't have to save anything.
And I know, but that is what football is about because we control the game from start to finish and from front to back. For what Arteta is looking for, philosophy-wise, Ramsdale should be worried. Ramsdale has work. He's not about short stopping anymore. You have
Can
to,
it be?
right?
Can it be? Everybody should have work to do. This is what we want to see now. I want to want to be this. Everybody should have work to do. Everybody should be on their toes. There are no guarantees. No senior player here. No senior player mentality. No Agba Bola here.
Right.
You come to training.
I don't know what happened to your Akposh. Your volume just went off randomly. Are you with us still?
Well, we'll know from North London Derby who is number one.
For sure. Look, you guys. I hope you're not getting me twisted. I loved what I saw Raya do, and I think he's class. I think he's what Manchester United fans wanted Onana to be, but that's for a different stream. We'll go into that. Don't forget to smash the like button, my people.
They don't have
Share,
the
comment, and
facilities. They
subscribe.
don't have the facilities.
They do not.
You guys should leave
They do
Onana
not.
alone.
But look. Big up Onana, man, our
He's there
African
to
brother.
feed his
But
family.
look. One player that deserves praise is Trossard. Obviously, he scored the winning goal yesterday, and he's someone that's been biding his time. I believe the game that he played this season, I don't believe the team set up in the right way for him to be effective. It was probably right to take him off after 45 minutes because he was poor. Again, it took him a little bit of time to get into the game, especially in the first half. He was a little bit off it. Second half, I don't know what happened. Maybe Arteta spoke to him. The team talk affected him. Who knows? But he started to show the old Trossard, the unpredictable left foot, right foot. I mean, I love the fact that he can hit it left foot, right foot. So you never know. And if any other Arsenal player was in that position, any other Arsenal player was in that position, maybe they cut back or look for the pass. But Trossard, you just never know. He go cut the man, chop him, shoot left foot, shoot right foot. He's just so unpredictable, and I love it. And I'm glad he was rewarded with not only his first goal of the season, the winning goal, because he deserved that. And unfortunately, obviously, Martinelli's going to be out. It's a shame Martinelli's going to be out.
He doesn't have Martinelli's speed.
Pace. But intelligence-wise, he's a cut above when it comes to that wing play.
He's more experienced now. He's 28 now.
Yeah, I never said there wasn't a reason why, but the fact is that he is more intelligent. So what Martinelli has in speed, he shows in intelligence. So unfortunately, Martinelli is injured, but it's going to be nice to see Trossard get a little bit of a run of games now, man. I'm excited to see what he can do. I think he's going to play a major part this season.
Yeah.
Akpo, sorry, you cut off Louis, sorry. Anyone, just fire in. Don't wait for me to call your name. Just
let Louis go. Let Louis go. No,
Trossard was fantastic. It took time because of the way we were playing, but if you noticed in the second half, he started moving into channels, he started creating spaces, and he started having that good link-up play with Vieira. You also need to realize that this was his first time of him playing with Vieira in that position, so he needed a bit of time, some minutes in, to try and understand the flow of the game at the time. And in the second half, he kicked on and got the goal, which was vital. And that goal came from stroke of genius, of course, like you said, Kunle. That corner kick, and if it was any other Arsenal player, I think they would have tried to cut back or do something funny, but he just hit it one time.
Left foot.
And now this is time for him to cement his place in the side, because looking at that injury, it looks like a hamstring injury, and if it's a minor injury, it's likely Martinelli will be out for 1 to 2 weeks or 1 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I heard it's about a couple of weeks. Man.
Yeah, so this is time for him to actually cement his place in the side.
Guys, don't wait for me to come in. People feel free. The floor is open now. They talk us now.
Well, for me, with the Martinelli,
you had 3 points. There's nothing to argue or talk about now. Everywhere, so
we no go come on the stream to fight each other. So, well, with the Martinelli situation, I'm hoping and praying that it will be back soon, because I think
100%.
We don't need any injuries right now, especially with the fact that we are in Europe. People who are not in Europe, they will not understand what I'm trying to say right now. So, but
blues.
No, normal level now. Normal level. We got shooking some of these small needles.
Our rivals are suffering. Our rivals are Chelsea. They suffer. Man U, they suffer. And Tottenham go collect. Tottenham go collect next. Let me get into some of the comments. T.S. Gunas says, last season, I told everyone that we would fall off in April.
Everybody something.
Hold on, let me land my comment now. fall off in April and Man City would win the league, and that's what happened. This year we will fall short again. We'll lift the Prem Trophy in 2025, 10%. TS Gunner, I'm not ready to go and talk about May yet. Everyone talking about City's already won the title. Maybe they probably do win the league title this year, but I'm not ready to even talk about that yet. At least let's give it a go. I don't want any excuses. I want Arsenal to give it a go and push these boys all the way, man. That's what the squad that Arteta's assembled to do. So everyone that's just ready to just say City have won the league, they might win the league, but let's not just hand it to them on a plate. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's make them work for it. Sweat. 100%. I think that's what the goal is. Chris Haney says Trossard was phenomenal in the second half. Box to box running reminds me of Cazorla. I know what you mean in terms of intricate play and two-footed, but Santi's a beast. But I definitely hear the comparison, 100%. Extreme Media 01 says, what do you guys think about how Arteta would juggle players since we're in the Champions League this year? Kanebi, do you want to answer that one? How do you think he's going to juggle with the players?
He already has a big team now. I mean, come on. The team is already large enough. The only place where he might have issues is just in defense and maybe out overworking Declan Rice. That's all. But apart from that, I think there are two players in every position now at Arsenal. I think we'll be fine. And it's not as if we're traveling to Transylvania or you understand?
Or Rachnul, Usna, them places there.
We're just Spain, Holland, and France. Come on, man. We're going on holiday, mate.
Yeah. Local.
Yeah, Kanebu's right. We have two players in each position, and about him saying that Declan Rice might be overwhelmed, I don't think so because Oneni is back. So and then he can also, he can do a job.
Hey, I was even thinking you were going to say
Jorginho. Mine went all the way back to El Neni.
No, at least for like
Louis, bro. What's going on, bro? Hey,
like
El Neni's the club mascot. Louis. He's the club mascot. He's there to keep. He's like Win our mascot. He's like El Neni is the mascot, bro. Big him up, man. I love him and his energy. But yeah, Arsenal ambassador, he locks in the new players. I don't want to have to rely on any at all anymore, man. Big him up, though, man. A cult hero with the fans. A cult hero. El Nenike. Hey, Louis de Mado. Hey.
You know what? But guess what? I think in January, we're going to need a midfielder.
Do you know what I think we're going to do in January? But we're not going to talk about it now. I think we're going to go in for Ivan Toney. That's why we didn't get that second attacking option. But that's for another conversation. That's not for now. That's not for now. This is an interesting one though. Topic of discussion. Saka isn't really on it this season yet. Akbos, do you want to take that one, or should I?
Let me take it now. Saka is my boy normally, so let me go. Let me go first.
Yeah, no more.
This is a man if I'm talking though.
Well, for me, with the Saka
don't discriminate. Everyone can watch the show. Big up. Smash the like, my G.
We enjoy the fact that they are coming to our show to watch us. Since 3 points is scarce right now, let them come and watch people that have 3 points talk enjoy the show. Enjoy football conversation. You understand? Their conversation is quarrel right now. So, but let's talk about the Saka thing. For me, I think Saka is not playing at his best right now. We've not seen him at his best so far at the start of the season. But I think it's just 5 games in, and this is what many of us have been saying with respect to getting that alternative with respect to that right winger. But for me, I thought we really needed to get one right winger in before we close the door on the transfer windows. But we're not able to bring in somebody, and now we are left with what we've got. So I hope that we will see Saka firing on all cylinders real soon, and also we'll see the likes of Maurice Nelson. And I hope he's going to stay fit because, especially with the Champions League and other competitions this season, we need all our players to be, playing at their best, and we need everybody fit. So for me, hopefully we'll see the Saka we're expecting, but he's not firing on all cylinders, but we are still seeing moments of brilliance from him with respect to the assist for Leandro Trossard in that game against Everton. So Saka, even though we are not seeing the spectacular Saka, but he's still getting getting in the goals, getting in the assists. So hopefully we'll see him at his best soon.
You know, say the boy never play well, but the boy has 3 assists and 1 goal.
Exactly. Now I had to ship that one in.
Leave them.
He really has an injury, though. I believe he's playing with an injury. And,
I think so too.
And the referees are not protecting him anymore. I don't want to.
What do you mean anymore? They've never protected him, bro.
The referee in that Everton game.
Always.
The ref in that Everton game, that guy failed to take control of that game.
I don't understand.
In that first half, there were a lot of tackles flying.
I don't want to say
on both sides.
Maybe it's because of what he looks like and he plays for England and he has a Yoruba name. But come on, he's England's best player. Protect the guy for fuck's sake.
Literally.
Until he starts bleeding on the floor. If it's Harry Kane now, this thing happened to now, we'll not hear what. Harry Kane gets away with elbows. Gets away with all sorts of rubbish. But they'll be kicking our boy. Don't worry. Let them keep on kicking. The boy will keep on kicking on. Pun intended. But this is what I have to say for Shubu. That has Anthony, Martial, Garnacho, Sancho. You're asking about Bukayo Saka firing all cylinders. When will your people even install cylinder safe? Or even go buy gas to cook Indomie?
Gas don't finish.
Please see, Manchester United fans, people should go and be doing prayer and fasting now. People should gather, go to a church, go to a mosque, find a babalawo, find a witch pastor, anything you need now, because your matter is in the heavens and the depths of hell. Nonsense.
All the way there. Man, you get problems, but yeah, we didn't come here to be depressed and talk about them waste, man. But look, hey, do you know what? Do you know who I expect to play well this season? And you guys can judge me if you want. Nelson, man, Reece Nelson, bro.
Reece, I believe he needs to have a big season this one.
Yeah, because Arteta needs
this one. I would fear for his Arsenal career.
Arteta needs to give him the same amount of minutes that he was giving the likes of Eddie last season, because he's just given Reece a 100k contract. So he needs to prove to me that he believes in him. Or why did you give him that contract? So I need him to get some minutes and get a chance to show us, because he's always been effective when he came on, bro.
When Nottingham Forest comes in the summer, the money will be sweet. That's why they give him the contract. This is business, yeah.
You're deep, man. Reece is there. He's ready. Reece Nelson, they're ready.
This is business. Look at Smith Rowe. Did you see Smith Rowe on the bench yesterday? He was frowning.
Why won't he frown?
Our academy boys, I thought I do not send them. If you're not Saka, you're in trouble. You are just.
No, but you know what? Do you know what? Apparently, that he's said to a lot of the squad that once we start playing 3 games a week, there's going to be a lot more rotation. So be patient. I believe all of them will get a chance to have their say, but it's going to be so important to really take advantage. Just like the likes of Vieira. Vieira, as soon as he came, he's like, sharp. Make I show something, because you never know, the manager will drop me next. And there's an opportunity, because he knows with the Xhaka going, there's an opportunity for him to get into the side there. So that's a chance. If Odegaard's form drops, someone has to be able to be excited to step in. Because I believe last season when we were playing our second team, I don't believe any one of them pushed Arteta to I need to be starting games. I never saw that last season. And if we're going to be competing on all cylinders, no, but he was the starting centre back anyway. That's what I mean in the second team, the rotational players. None of them were pushing. None of them were pushing.
Ben White, Saliba, Saka, and Zinchenko. Everybody else is, and I'm sorry, Declan Rice. Everybody else is chop and change.
Bro, and to add to what you just said, yesterday when Gabriel Martinelli got injured, if it was some time past, we would have been thrown into confusion with what to expect on the player that would eventually replace him. But Martinelli got injured. Trossard comes in, a player that comes in with different skill sets. But the quality of the performance did not really drop. We took off Zinchenko, we brought in Tomiyasu. This is what we've been expecting. When we take off one player, bring in another player, that team quality, dynamic should not be really changed. Yesterday we talked on Partey, but did we really feel? Did that midfield really show us that
I've not felt
our best
Partey's
defensive
absence.
midfielder, in my opinion?
I've not felt Partey's absence. In fact, like Partey is in another club. I've not felt his absence.
That's because of the level of the level at which our quality has grown compared to what we had last season at our disposal. And there was there's one comment. There's one comment from
it's not just Declan Rice. It's a combination of both.
Babana Rice, that midfield.
Yeah, but Rice was one of the reasons to add quality to the midfield. That's the point. That's the point Akpos is making.
I know.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. If you remove Rice in that midfield and add any other player, I know go work.
Why would we remove him?
But if you add Partey, it'll be the same thing. If you add Partey, it's the same thing.
If you remove Partey,
if you add Partey, it's the same thing. Of course, now.
If Partey, no, listen. Now you didn't hear what I said.
Okay,
I said if you remove Rice in that current midfield with Partey injured, it won't work. It won't be the same.
Of course not.
Declan Rice for me, Partey itself is somebody that's in trouble because that Rice, I never used to rate English players like that, but this boy is
I remember me and you having this argument about Declan, bro, before the season.
I would disagree with you on that one. Partey is not in any trouble. Partey is our best defensive midfielder. More rest.
Tell them again.
He's not more our best defensive midfielder.
How many games did he play last season? Can he rest?
Rice has taken his toll.
You were saying something about somebody having a new toy and getting over the
Caneby they do
that's what you're doing right now. Caneby, that's what you are doing right now. Partey is our best DM. Partey is our best DM.
See Rice, You see Rice.
Which Rice?
You see why Rice is better, yeah? Rice is alone in that midfield with two attack-minded players, Fabio Vieira and Odegaard. It's still a run show. He doesn't need a Granit Xhaka next to him. He doesn't need a Partey next to him. He doesn't need an El Neno.
Caneby, were you saying this? Were you saying this last season? I know they like this kind of talk when they go at the end of
because
were you saying this last season?
You don't chop Rice tire, bro.
You don't come after 5 games. He has become a better defensive midfielder compared to Thomas Partey.
Bro.
It's just 5 games.
I like Thomas Partey. I've always liked Thomas Partey. I like Thomas Partey, my guy. And Thomas Partey is very important, but right now
Partey is our best
he's
DM.
not better than Rice.
He's better. How many games has he played?
He can't even stay fit.
After 5 games, he don't become automatically better.
He can't even give you a full season. Partey
played 33 Premier League games last season, bro.
For 10 games.
How many games did he play last season? How many games did he play last season? You were among the people that were saying it was because he was not in the team who lost to Manchester United at Old Trafford.
Partey is one of the best DMs in the league. I agree.
Partey is our best defensive midfielder.
He's not better than Rice.
Because he's injured.
I'm
if he was fit, he would be
happy
better.
that we have this clip here.
But I'm happy that we have this problem. I'm happy that we have this problem where
it's a good problem, actually.
There's two players in the same club, which, depending on who you're talking to, each is a favorite. But either way, the quality is great. I'm excited about that. I'm glad we're having these debates rather than, oh shit, we got to play El Neni, or oh shit, we got Ceballos coming in and all them things there.
You know what?
We've come a long way, guys. We've come a long way. We're debate. Can you listen to the debate we're having on here? Partey versus Declan Rice in Arsenal, bro. I love it. They suit me down. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I love it. Keep it up, bro. I want to be debating about something new.
Who's better at McTominay of Casemiro?
Mark Fred.
Food dead.
Food dead. Food beans.
Bro, there's one comment about Nelson. I beg, I would love you to pull it up. The one saying the one just above it. This one. Nelson has not been available. Availability is his problem. He's talking about players being upcoming. You should talk about your club now. How many players do you have upcoming? For how many seasons has Anthony Martial been the next big thing? How many seasons?
The new Henry Saints. This
one is the one we brought from our academy. Now you are blowing trumpets. Why you not blowing?
No, but wait, guys, hold on. Akpos, have you all of you? You've watched the original Space Jam, Abby? You watched
Yes,
it, right?
Yes, no.
Yes,
Yeah,
no.
you see when the aliens come and then they put their skills in the ball or whatever, and then they take it from the professional basketball players. I think that's what happened with Reece Nelson and Jadon Sancho. So Jadon must have kicked the ball to Reece, taking his skill from Dortmund, transferring it to Reece Nelson, and now we saw that guy last season, Mr. Clutch. I think he had like 3 assists, 3 goals, or something crazy like that. Look, if he gets minutes, he's gonna do the job. I'm not saying he's definitely not gonna be an upgrade or as good as Saka, but I believe we're gonna get some mileage out of Reece Nelson this season.
Bro, I just need him to be
and
fit.
he's better than every winger at Manchester United, so they need to calm down.
Go and find lawyer for your players. Go and find lawyer. Go and find lawyer for your players. Prison is not good though.
You don't worry us now when you get caught.
There's a reason why El Chapo
Mid-table blues.
Oh, mid-table blues, baby. For the Manchester and the Chelsea boys.
Chelsea boys.
Oh, yes. Problem though. Wahala.
Hey, focus on your team, my guy. Look, big up Ravi in the comment section. Oh yeah, now Arteta has to show how to bump and grind like Jodeci in tricky away games. Big up Ravi with the lyrics there. Trekster Prime says Partey has to compete with Rice from the bench when he's back. Though Partey was fantastic majority of last season. Look, I don't mind a little bit of competition, but the truth is, Partey is a better DM than Rice. Rice might end the season us saying something different, but as of now, Partey is for me still the better DM. But Rice, but I'm not saying Rice doesn't have the potential to change my mind by the end of the season, because he does. He started off exceptionally well, but for me, it'll be just 5 games that you go take title, man. It doesn't work like that for me, bro. Chris Honey says Partey has been instrumental in our success. Talk that stuff, Chris. Tell them. Some of these fans, they forget.
Some people are forgetting spoon because we have a new toy.
And a shiny toy at that as well. Though. Don't get too excited because they shine. Although Akpos, they enjoy the toy small, so let me not lie to you. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready to throw away all the other ones yet. So he said we played well last season to convince Rice to come to North London. What I love is if they're both fit, it will be scary, but not for us. Definitely, it's going to be scary for the rest of the Premier League. And if you listen to Declan Rice's interviews since he's played for Arsenal, he talks about how much he's learning from the likes of Jorginho, from the likes of Partey as a 6, and he knows when Partey's in the side, he's going to play as the 8. You've heard him say it, so he knows. The fact that he knows when Partey's in the side, he's going to be doing more work as the 8. Baba didn't know who his Baba is. Do you get what I'm saying right now? But I'm not going to lie, Akpos, it is kind of getting to that time where Partey has to be passing the baton, because we don't want to be relying on a Partey next season. He can still be at the club and still be in the mix, but we don't have to rely on him, because as he gets older, maybe the injuries start to reach up with him. So we don't want to wait for him to be drained. We want to still be having the best of Thomas Partey, and that might be having to manage his minutes next season, for example, if we do keep him.
Bro, I'm happy we're having the discussion now, because the discussion, when those rumors came out, bro, I was livid. The discussion we would have been having now, it would have been different.
Crazy.
I'm happy we're having the discussion on Partey, Rice, who is better. I think if we want to transition Partey, this is the right way to do it. Having him play with his understudy, and for me, I think we should let this run down till the end of the season and see at the end of the day if Rice is definitely ready to step into those shoes. Because in my opinion, those shoes are massive. Because the discussion we're having last season was Partey, Casemiro, and Rodri. That was the discussion we were having last season.
Rice no day in that conversation, no.
Rice was nowhere near that picture. All of a sudden now is into the picture, but I'm happy that it's an Arsenal player that is in the picture now. So we have 2 players that will be getting into the conversation.
I don't know what happened to your audio there.
If we want to talk about the best defensive midfielders in the league, so for me, I think it's a plus with respect to where we are looking at, where our project is, and what we want to achieve as an elite football club. So for me, it's a good one that we're having it, and I want to see how it pans out by the end of the season. Then we can bring out the jury to decide what should happen going to the next one.
100%. But guys, obviously, 40 minutes into the show, we've got like about 15 to 20 minutes left. It's only right we talk about the return of Champions League football at the Emirates. Champions League at the carpet, at the mighty Arsenal. Arsenal got up against PSV Eindhoven. Wait, is it a home game or is it a away game?
Home game, home.
Home game. Okay, so yeah, it is coming back to the Emirates on Wednesday night. Back home, that music, I'm going to enjoy. It always used to give me goosebumps when I first heard it as a child, listening and watching those Champions League nights. Now I've missed it at my club for the last 6 years. Now we're back where we deserve to be and where we're here to stay. PSV Eindhoven. I mean, they gave us a bit of a difficult game last season in both fixtures. Guys, what are you expecting from this game? Obviously, they've lost the likes of Gakpo. They've also lost the likes of Xavi Simons and Noni Madueke, who I didn't really rate anyway. What do you guys expect? Louis, I mean, you've been quiet for a while. What do you expect from that game? And what do you expect from PSV Eindhoven in terms of a challenge for Arsenal on Wednesday?
The Champions League, we haven't played Champions League in about 7 years. So the whole team, the whole stadium is going to be buzzing on Wednesday. And I believe the manager is going to definitely chop and change. We're going to see like the likes of Smith Rowe, I believe, come in and play. I think it's going to be a walk in the park for us because everybody's going to be up for that game.
Louis the arrogant. Louis the arrogant. Just a fall.
But I think we should be a little bit cautious with this PSV team. They knocked us out of the Europa League last season. We should not forget that.
They didn't knock us out.
Okay, it was not them.
Group now. They
They beat us 2-1 away from home.
Who knocked us? Okay, it was Sporting.
It was Sporting. And then just to remember, they had 2 key players
that are out.
I think it's actually 3.
And Gakpo.
They lost Sangare also.
I think they lost Sangare. Yeah, Sangare is
and this boy that plays for Chelsea now, but that plays for
Madueke
and
what's his name?
Xavi Simons.
Do you know how they started off? Comment section. How have they started off in the league? What's their league form like this season? Not like that really counts, but what's their league form like?
I think it's a big change for them losing 3 starters because I think that's and these guys we know how they were carrying the team with respect to their contribution. We saw what they did last season against us in the Europa League, and for me, I loved what I saw with Sangare and Xavi Simons also. So for me, I think I expect them to be a weekend side, but it's as the Champions League, we can't underrate anybody. So I think whichever player is going to start that game, Omo, you need to be at your best because for me, it's an opportunity for you to tell the manager you are knocking on his door.
For sure.
When you wear that red and white jersey, that was something I was saying a couple of weeks back. Once you are wearing that red and white jersey, the only language I want to understand from you is to perform well. Perform well. Go out there and show us that, yes, you deserve to wear this Arsenal jersey because this is the top football club. And we should not forget who we are. It's taken us 7 years to get back to where we should rightly be, which is playing in League of Champions, which is the league of the big boys, the leagues of the senior bra. Some people know this league now, so we should not take it for granted. We should go out there and show that we really deserve to be playing at the Champions League.
For sure, I agree. Richard says PSV don't have the same squad we faced in the Europa League, so I'm expecting some squad rotation in this match. Though it's our first UEFA Champions League match for years. But that Spurs is my life, bro. I hear it, bro. I understand. You probably want them to rest more players for the North London Derby. Now Champions League. Now Champions League, Richard, bro. Let's deal with the PSV first, and we'll handle them Spurs boys. Don't you worry.
Spurs are not my right.
The Emirates.
Yeah,
I beat my rival already.
Whitewash.
See,
I don't beat my rival already.
Can they bring her friends? They come. Tottenham fans, may they come.
Come on, she's bringing her friends.
May they come.
Bring them through. We got ready.
I think this weekend is the start of our wings being clipped. at Tottenham
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
to do. From this weekend,
She's been way too cocky of
what
late,
will
man.
I do?
We have
What
to
will
humble her.
happen?
We
No
got to
worry.
humble
I tell
her.
you,
But
I'll
Kanebi, I
believe
want to
not
ask
that.
you. Obviously, it's a big occasion for our boys. Our Haaland boys have never played in there. Quite a lot of the squad have never played in the Champions League. Do we go with? Obviously, there is a chance that maybe the occasion might be too big for certain players. I don't know. It might not happen. There's always a chance. I'm not saying it will happen, but at the end of the day, players are players. There might be a chance of one or two. The occasion might be too big for them. With that in mind, potentially, do you see the Arteta going for the likes of Jorginho or a Kai Havertz who recently won the Champions League in the starting lineup on Wednesday?
I can't predict Arteta's lineup. Nobody can, anyways.
Real talk.
But
That's real.
if I was Arteta, I would be going with the experienced players because this is your first time in the Champions League in God knows when, and you need 3 points to at least start off the group.
Yes.
Bam, cement your win. When you guys are leading well in the first half, you can bring in the boys. You just have to make sure that the first half performance is great. The crowd is behind us. We take our chances. You can bring in the likes of Rich Nelson, the likes of Smith Rowe, and so on and so forth. But for that game, I see him maybe shuffling it a little bit. I don't think Saliba is going to start. I think he might play Q1.
Really?
I think he might play
Saliba.
Q1.
I think
I don't
Saliba.
I think he's going to drop Saliba.
It's
Yeah, he might rest Saliba. Saliba has played games. He might rest Saliba.
Bro, I think it would likely be Gabriel dropping.
Arteta don't send rest. You don't send down. What do you mean? Rest stars. Top players. Top players should play 70 games.
I don't know who's going to replace Rice. Right now that Partey is injured. So I think
Jorginho will in this game. I think Jorginho is going to start.
Well, and Rice will be benched?
Yes.
You think so? Jorginho, Kai Havertz, and Odegaard. That midfield will be a nightmare.
Chill now.
Let's see how it goes.
Aquas, that midfield you're suggesting is impossible. It cannot happen, bro. Smash the like button, my people. Smash the like button.
You put dog for pitch, make it a runabout. No. Anyways, for me, I won't win that game. First Champions League victory in a while. We'll just win now. Go beat up now. I do okay, can't play. No problem.
So wait, so let's go through. Who would be your lineup then, Akpos, in that game? Since you want to do quite a bit of rotation, who would you like to see start the game against PSV on Wednesday?
I think for me, I want to see Gabriel Jesus starting the game for sure. I think it will start. Gabriel Jesus starts.
Saka definitely starts. That's a given.
Saka will start. We'll see Tomiyasu starting this game also. I think.
Zinchenko.
No, Zinchenko is not going to start this game. I think Tomiyasu will start at left back. And if push comes to a shove, I'm thinking for that centre back partnership, I think we would likely see Gabriel dropping and we'll see Kiwior coming in. Because if you look at the right centre back position, how many options do we have? We could potentially play Tomiyasu there. Bro, are we going to
Ben White as well? Ben White.
I think Ben White will start the game. Ben White will start.
They register Cedric. You feel Cedric for right back.
Bro, guys, this is not the Europa again. We don't enter Champions League. All the rotation you want here sounds like Europa League. We don't rest players like before. We gotta play our strongest side, bro. We gotta play our strongest side. Do you think Arteta's not gonna play his strongest side? Are you joking? Let's be honest. Arteta will play his strongest side, I think.
I'm
Champions League, first game in the Champions League. He's not going to risk that.
There will be rotation, especially with
the
respect of the team we are playing at the end of the week.
I don't want Eddie to start anything.
I don't want to say Eddie. Because if Eddie doesn't start tomorrow, Eddie might start against Tottenham.
It will start against.
You know what, guys?
Start against Spurs. Don't worry, Kanebi. Don't worry.
I don't mind Kai Havertz starting in the false nine, bro. I don't mind that. Kai Havertz starting as a false nine in that game. I don't mind it.
About they see Kai Havertz for midfield tomorrow. No worry.
I don't want to see him in the midfield again, bro. I don't need to see him in the midfield. Throw him up top. Just throw him up there, man. Link up the play, man. That's it.
Wow.
So I would play Rice, Jorginho, and Havertz. Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard, then Havertz false 9, bro. Save Jesus for the North London derby. I think
I'll
that
rest
gets it
Odegaard
done.
and play Fabio Vieira again.
As the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comment section. Let us know what do you think. What type of rotation would you like for the Arsenal game? Would you like him to go with the same 11 that played on the weekend, or would you make changes? Would you even make changes? Should he make changes? What are you guys saying? Our first time in 7 years. Are we going to risk potentially dropping points? It's a home game. Bro, it's a home game at the Emirates, you know. We got to bring the crowd to their feet, bro. We got to put on a show.
I think Fabio Vieira might be the guy to replace Granit Xhaka for what I saw against Everton. You never know.
One game at a time, but I hope so. I like what I've seen of him this season.
And we should also not forget that there are going to be times where we'll see a midfield three of Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard this season also.
Hopefully.
For sure. I think against Manchester City.
Because your manager decrease.
We play City and maybe against Liverpool away as well.
If he decides not to do the right thing, but I think talking about the manager, let's talk about this one here now. I know it's 5 games into the season. What is going to happen if we finish this season without winning the Premier League? What's going to happen?
Nothing. Man City are favorites now. Who is favorites before? Have you seen the way Man City is playing? They're not even playing well. They have not lost a game. They are scoring 3 goals. Yeah, Baba, see.
So what do you guys think? Nothing should also happen if you go this season trophyless after the amount of money Mikel Arteta has spent and all the changes he has made at this football club.
Let's go and win Champions League or something else. Until
bro.
I know they mind Champions League. I know they mind Champions League.
I deliberately brought this one up. For me, Kanebi, with respect to how much he has spent, this is a Mikel Arteta team now. I think at the end of this season, we should want to, have a sit down and talk about how this reign has been so far at this football club. Because he has spent a lot of money. We should not forget about that. They gave him free hand. He has made a lot of big calls. So I think by the end of the season, we need to be bringing something down. There needs to be something shining, understand, to show that.
I'm not going to lie. I need a trophy for him this year. I need a trophy.
This is an elite football club. We should not forget. We are falling so deep. We should not forget that at the end of this day, people, there should be evaluation. There should be evaluation for the work done. I just want to bring this one up now before we reach the end of the season where we will sit down and talk this thing.
I hear it, bro. I want a trophy, bro. Louis, bro, what you saying? Trophy? Arteta has to give us a trophy this season. It might not necessarily be the Premier League, but I need a title challenge and a trophy. Minimum.
We have the squad that can challenge for all the titles this season. As you can see, we have in every position, we have a backup that is capable to do the job. The challenge now is we have a team like Man City.
Wow,
excellent. The juggernauts, the treble winners.
Do we see them slipping up anytime soon? I don't think so. Last season, we bagged about 84 points. Previous years, that's enough to win the league. So this season.
I know previous years, 199. No, they talk that one.
That's just
serious points, tally.
But that's just recent years. I'm talking about from 5 years ago. Back in the day. That will win the league. But now you need about 100 points. You need 95 points. It's ridiculous.
Oh, no, it not be beans, though. You can get 95 points and not win the league, maybe. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So Akos, if we do if we massively increase our points tally, but we don't win anything, and we come if let's say we finish the season on 95 points and we don't win the league and we don't win the title, are you sacking Arteta?
Bro, I think we need to evaluate his position.
What do you want to? Apostle,
95 points.
What do you want to evaluate? Just
95, bro.
Okay. Louis, this is what I'm saying. How long has he been at the football club? What have we achieved? What are the things? What are the milestones we've met since he has been at the football club? How much has been given to this manager? You understand during this period in terms of investment in the squad.
Okay.
What are the big changes has he made? What are the players that have gone out of the door? Do you understand? This is what I'm talking about. Like, we should not be, how will I say it? We should not be contented with finishing second. That's the major point I'm trying to drive home here. You understand? I think we need to, because last season we came very close to winning the league. I think we threw it away, in my opinion. But it's not like I'm discrediting Mikel Arteta for the massive job he has done at this football club. He has taken us from where we have fallen so down to one of the best teams right now in the division. So, but I still think we should not be contented with what he has done so far if he does not bring a trophy home with the amount of money he has spent. We've trusted him. He has made some big calls, some players that me personally, I do not understand why he's going for them. Some players have left the club that personally I did not agree with. But as a fan, my number one priority is and a supporter is to support the club, support my manager. And I'm supporting him. You understand? So I'm supporting him till the end of this season for sure. You understand? But what I'm saying is, by the end of this season, let us look back with what he has done this season and what he has done in the previous years, the amount of money he has spent, the amount of big calls he has made, because I think this manager has been given the amount of support that no manager has been given since Arsene Wenger. Even Arsene Wenger has not been given. Even Arsene Wenger. No, bro. That's Man U matter. That's Man U matter. You understand? Now our shoe they pay me. I don't care about Man U. They like, you understand? Now that shoe where I wear they pay me. How many years have we gone without winning the Premier League? You understand? So I think we came so close last season. For me, the progress needs to be toppling. We have a monster of an opponent. I'm not trying to dispute that fact. But let us.
We can't just lie down and give them.
You understand that, bro?
We can't just say, "Oh, it's Pep, it's Man City. Let's just give it." Like, we can't do that, bro.
To go ahead and keep winning the league, winning all the trophies.
I hear you, Apostle. I hear you, but this is what you need to realize. When Arteta became the manager of Arsenal, there was major surgery that needed to be done. Look at our squad when he was the manager, when he took over the reins as manager, and look at our squad now. You have the likes of Mustafi.
Okay, exactly. But look at our squad now. Exactly now. It's time to act. It's time to show that you're the guy, that you're ready to take it up to that next level.
Yeah. And we did that time. You can't say that he didn't do anything. At least he brought you.
No, of course. Who's saying that, bro? Are you saying that the boy has not done anything at the club? Of course not.
No. You hear me saying that he has done
things, incredible things for us, but
and he didn't spend £1 billion like some clubs.
Bro, that one.
Please don't talk about page 2 clubs. I beg, page 2 clubs.
To be honest with you, this thing is a mentality thing. We haven't won the league in 20 years. It's not going to be an easy feat. Do you understand? It's not going to be an easy feat. So it's something that it's mentally, there's a mental barrier there. The players themselves, they have to also believe. The manager can believe, but at the end of the day, they have to go in there and do the job. So at the end of the day, Man City is a team built to winners. They're all champions in that team. So they have been winning for time. Even Phil Foden. Phil Foden is just 23. He has 5 Premier League fucking
titles. He's won everything, bro.
So what are we talking about? So for us, we're still babies. We're still learning how to walk. We just learned how to crawl last season. So I feel like it's still a mental thing. We can definitely challenge. But if we do win the league this year, it will be a very tremendous feat. And
for sure,
shock me, Sha, because the way Man City is going right now, they're like an unstoppable train, man.
For sure, it's gonna take an incredible effort for us, but I don't think it's out of reach.
It's gonna take Man City to actually fall off, to just
for sure. Of course it will.
Apart from that,
but it's gonna take. But one big thing it's gonna take this season is we gotta go there and win.
Yeah,
we gotta go to City and win, bro.
Apart from that,
and we have to go to Anfield and win too.
The difference, if you look at it, the difference in previous seasons in Arsenal and last season was when we played the Big Six. We never used to beat the Big Six away. The likes of Spurs, United, Chelsea. But last season, we beat Chelsea away, we beat Spurs away.
Now, 3 years in a row that Chelsea won. No, we're not sending it again for.
But this season, if you can do one better, beat Liverpool and beat Man City. Come on.
Then we're up. We're up for
Then
sure.
we're up.
But guys, we need to start wrapping up. I want to get into some of the.
Here's the truth. But here's the truth. You don't have to beat Man City to win the league.
Exactly. Yeah. I was going to say it. I just wanted to let Louis go. You understand?
You don't have to beat Man City to win the league, but it also gives that psychological advantage.
That mentality thing.
True. I agree. But you see West Ham away last season, Southampton away last season, Southampton at home, Brighton at home,
Everton
Forest away, Everton. When we cut out that nonsense, that mentality nonsense that is there,
for sure,
we need to. But
let's say we beat City in the first game that we played them this season. Yeah, you know what that'll do for our mentality the rest of the year, bro. I hear that we don't have to beat them, but it just takes us to a different place, bro. Remember that year we won the double, 98, when we beat United at home and away, bro. That team, we were just galvanized. We just went on a stupid run after that, man. So I believe, yes, we don't have to beat City to win the league for sure. We just have to be more consistent than them. But beating them, I think, speeds up the process of that mindset for the boys if we beat them in the first game.
Consistent is even tough because that team can go on a 12-game, 17-game,
16-game. But for jokes. But let me finalize with some of the Champions League lineups that our comment section had. Richard says, my lineup would be Aaron, Tomiyasu, Kiwior, Saliba, Big Gabby. That's a weird back four, man. That's a weird back four. Jorginho, Kai, Odegaard,
Gabriel,
Megales.
Which kind of back four?
Richard, I don't know that lineup's a bit.
No. But I'm looking at that back four and I'm thinking what Richard is trying to say. Kiwior at left back there.
Yeah. I know Q at left back, but still, it looks a bit stinky for me. I don't want that, Richard.
But me, I don't like it. I don't like it
at all. O'Neill says
that lineup is actually realistic from Ateta.
I hope not, Sha. O'Neill says Ramsdale in goal, White, Gabriel, Saliba, and Tommy. So Tommy as the left back. Midfield of Rice, Vieira, Odegaard. So same midfield as Everton. Then Saka, Trossard, and Nketiah stuff for me.
That front, I don't think it will be that front.
I think all those boys are going to start because that's their Champions League debut now. All of them now. And that Champions League debut.
They can give them minutes, but they don't have to start. But we get 5 substitutions. I beg.
Baba, they don't start.
He go Shoko now. Now go see Gabriel with and Gabriel Jesus with armband.
Big up across the pond there each and every time. Hey, did he score? Oh, my fantasy team. Big up if Awoni scored. He said, is it that 2-1 to who? 2-1 to Forest? Okay, yeah. Big up if that's what's happening. Check it out. All right. Arsenal still undefeated and Champions League beginning and North London derby in a week. Six sister neighbours to have a big match. I strongly believe that we're going to beat City at the Emirates and draw at the Etihad. Take this from me and Englishman. Hey, mate, I don't say I'm. Me, I can't even not talk that one, no, Richard. I beg. Don't make us enter trouble. Just a reminder, that big six is a fallacy. It doesn't exist. I mean, what makes Tottenham a big club? I agree. Tottenham just they entered that for entering Champions League back to back. Nobody did big six again. Papa. But when we say big six on a show, it's just the typical Premier League big six that they've given. I understand. I agree with that fallacy talk. It can change from year to year who are the 6 people competing for sure. But in terms of stature of the club, I guess Spurs are considered the 6th most popular club in the UK, I guess. I don't know. I know they speak for Spurs. I beg. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, every single person that's commented, whether you're watching now or whether you're watching on the replay. Go and check all our reactions and our post-match interviews from the weekend's games from Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, and Manchester United. That's a very enjoyable one, man. Seeing our rivals collect 3 again. Back-to-back 3-1s for Man U. Guys, we've got more shows coming this week. We've got the Nigerian Liverpool show tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We've got the pre-game show on Thursday, and we got more reactions over the weekend. Obviously, we got the reactions for the 2 clubs that are playing Champions League football. For those of you that aren't, go and listen to the other guys, the mid-table blues ain't even going to be doing anything. They're going to be chilling, maybe doing some extra training. Who knows? Because they definitely need it. But we're going to be singing the champions.
Are you guys worried about Liverpool?
Yeah. I'm
we'll talk about that on another stream. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. It's been an absolute pleasure. All the Tunnel TV followers, make sure you keep following. We're going to provide you with